It's your girl, Jay, the High Priestess, back at it again with the general tarot reading for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Gemini season 2023. And honestly, I feel like the Mercury retrograde in Taurus really served a very productive purpose. I feel like there is this new understanding about like flow and function and organization and rest and relaxation, new lessons to learn about your body, giving yourself the nutritional input that you need so your body can give you the energetic output that you're asking of it. Libra. Ooh, interesting that I said Libra. I very much so I have been calling in Virgo energy. So maybe there's somebody with Libra placements showing up, or that slips, a slip of the tongue, Freudian slip, saying something that you weren't supposed to be saying, spilling tea you ain't supposed to spill. Be careful who you spill your tea to or who you give tea to. Because they may accidentally slip up and say something, so chill out on that. Be sure to check out your Sun, Moon, and Rising. Patreon gets everything first. Patreon.com/justjeverything. For free shit, get on Instagram. My @ is at justj_everything. For TikTok, at justjeverything. And for other dope shit that I do, my website, justjeverything.com. All the links are in the description box below. I just wanted to show you the Little Mermaid set. Yes, we are preparing to go under the motherfucking sea. Anyway, I'm not even going to rant on that. I'm just going to say that representation matters. Anyway, so Page of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. Be sure to check out the Gemini season astrology video that has all the important astrological transit dates and what's going on in the sky that's making me feel this way. That's that video to watch. Hydrate and light it if you got it. Virgo is feeling very efficient. You're getting your ruling planet. Well, not you're getting. Mercury is going home going into rulership, I'll say, in Gemini. And there is, I just feel like you get an access to a speed and access to efficiency. This is Mercury. And so this is Gemini and your energy. I just feel like there's something about you are enough. You have enough. You're wielding your magic. There's so much that's coming in for you. So relax, as we create a safe space for my benevolent ancestors, Mother God, Father God, Mother Earth. Thanking you for the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. For Gemini season 2023, clear out the stale energies. All right. Ooh, quickly. That's what I'm saying. Quickly. That Mercury retrograde in Taurus may have brought up some heaviness. First thing you have to be clarified on the Selenite throne is your relationship to conflict resolution. How you deal with your anxiety, how you deal with your heaviness, how you deal with your darkness, how you deal with your depression. I feel like a rose is growing out of, some of the concrete in your life in some sort of way. This, my scissor card, promise I won't cry over spilt milk. Give me a paper towel. How can you start to reach for your proverbial paper towel? How can you start to, what emotional bridges need to be crossed? What's going on with emotional conflict? There may be somebody with Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio placements that is coming in with heavy energy, or you may be looking a lot in the past. Some of you are struggling with alcohol. Some of you are drinking too much, smoking too much. You're numbing. You are not recovering. Some of us are diving into escapism. And I just feel like for some of you, like your slip is showing. Like it's time to address this. Whoever this is for, it's just like it's like if you would allow yourself to view your health, your mental health, your physical health, your spiritual health as the investment that it is, you would really start to get to the root of what's keeping you from being as instinct-based, what's keeping you from being as confident, what's keeping you from being as popular, as what's keeping you from receiving the recognition that you could be receiving. I just feel like some of you are numbing out. Some of you, there's stuff going on with maybe a third-party situation, recovering from maybe there's like infidelity or cheating or a non-consensual third-party relationship. Those of you who are single or in or polyamorous or in open open situations, I just feel like there are emotional lessons to learn. Make sure that you're showing up for everybody and yourself authentically. I just feel like bottling things up or repressing your emotions is not serving you. And it just feels like there's data to extract from this darkness that you're carrying around. And nothing is going to soothe it. There is no baby, no husband, wife, accomplishment that will ever fill that void. The void that you're experiencing, that you're feeling, can only be filled with the fabric of the divine. And you are of the fabric of the divine. You need more time in you. I feel like there's just stuff coming up from the past. I feel like there's emotions coming up from the past. Just because something is over or something didn't go as planned doesn't mean that it wasn't real, doesn't mean that there wasn't love. I feel like some of you, there could be just like they cheated, or maybe you cheated, and it's like, but you still love them, or there's still a connection there. I do feel like there's just a radical shift of the mind that needs to come in. Some of us, like the emotions that you have been evading are getting put on Jump Street. And so the first thing to be clarified on the Selenite throne is your relationship to conflict, your relationship to change, the way that you respond to conflict and change, the way that you respond to emotional, like your emotional reaction. Are you letting yourself think your thoughts? Are you letting yourself feel your feelings? Are you numbing? What are you trying to escape? What emotions need to like be dealt with or talked about? Because it's time to turn your back on that old emotional or trauma response. There is just some responses, some behaviors that are just like out of line, out of order. It's like it's time. There is some sort of like maturation or growing up, and I feel like a lot of people don't even know this about you. Or this could be something that is like going on behind closed doors. I just feel like it's time to it's time to be honest about what's going on with your sexual energy, your physical, spiritual, sexual energy. Are you burnt out? What have you set in motion? Are you waiting for your ships to come in? Are you being really impatient? I feel like you have the ability to transmute that heaviness into power, that pain into power. Your darkness, it's a foreign power source. And so there is something about merging your passions with your practicality and really making sure that you're not evading stuff, that you're not running from your emotions. It's time to look at the things that hurt. You have to, in order to clean up the milk, you have to look at where it's spilled. You have to check the surrounding areas for splatter. You know what I mean? There is something about like doing your part to like clean shit up emotionally and spiritually. Virgo, sun, moon, and rising. However that means, it just feels like it's time for a purging. And it's time to turn your back on whatever is perpetually keeping you sad, or whatever whatever emotional wound you have been struggling to look at. You think it's with a partner. I'm telling you, it has something to do with either with your mother or your father. Actually, your mother. This has to do with your mother, and there is some sort of like wounding there that needs to be addressed. Something that like we don't talk about, something that, you know, I just feel like an unintentional seed was planted, or there's a pattern that is showing up in your present that was initiated in your childhood. Wow. Center of the reading is Judgment reversed, and then the 9 of Swords reversed with the 4 of Swords on the bottom of the deck. And I really want to take that actually, but I'm just going to organically see final card, final message. With Judgment reversed, I just feel like you're really, really judging yourself harshly. I feel like you're holding yourself back. There is a restriction in the realm of the mind. I feel like this Mercury in retrograde in Taurus is not done with you. Mercury in Gemini will be very much so. In Gemini season, I just feel like will be revealing to you the ways that you keep yourself in this frustrated state. It's like if you would stop distracting yourself, if you would stop running from your thoughts, if you would stop, like there's too much going on. Like maybe it's like the music's too, like the music's on, TV's on, you're texting 20 people, you're cooking, you're cleaning. There's always like something going on and you're not ever able to like hear yourself, or like there's like a willful blindness or something that's going on. Some of you may be having a hard time like learning the truth about this person with Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or Scorpio placements. I feel like the person with like the big hair, or the person with the big head, there could be something about like the loud one. I just feel like the writing's on the wall and you are delaying, or you have delayed making a decision, because I feel like you're tired of running from, like you're tired of having to acknowledge that, you know, you're running from yourself or hiding from something in some sort of way. This is like la 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 la, and like you've been repressing something, and it's just like this, denying the fact that this is the end of a cycle in the realm of the mind. Some of you have been going through like some kind of dark night of the soul, or some kind of like trying not to make a decision, trying not to like, maybe you're trying to do it yourself, and it just feels like, no, there is messages from above and below letting you know that you're needing to like get very vulnerable. It's time to get like honest, brutal truth. It's time to get vulnerable. It's time to redefine intimacy and reaching for new levels of intimacy in your spiritual connection. Final card is the Wheel of Fortune, and then the 4 of Swords right under it. Wow. There is this radical shift of the mind that has to happen, and I just feel like you are doing that thing where you think your timing and your plans are going to supersede the divine's timing and the divine's plans, and I'm letting you know that if the divine has to, but it's not even about the divine. If this is your subconscious mind. If you need this, if you need to be embarrassed, you will set that up for yourself. It's just like if you need to be slowed down and you keep ignoring, we subconsciously create our own roadblocks. When we ignore like our higher self, when we ignore our divine knowing, we build houses out of hay. That's when you create like tower moments for yourself. And I just feel like there's something going on with getting still, creating a reverent place, getting into a reverent place, giving yourself more quality me time, more quality alone time, so that you can truly process all the pain, heartbreak, disappointment that you've been experiencing. It's time to go to like therapy. It's time to start to really talk to a professional, or allow yourself to understand none of us were born with the tools that we need to heal our own traumas, which is why we need each other. We are a social species. And it's just important for you to understand that you can act like you will be reinventing yourself. And if the divine has to knock you all the way down to the bottom, it absolutely will. But if you would get out of your own way, understand that you are not running the show, that you are co-creating with the divine. Go to the divine, unload, pour out your heart, pour out your cups, pour out this, all your emotions. Be honest about what you're still dreaming about, what you want your life to look like, feel like, taste like. What do you want the experience to be? Because some of you, it's like, I've acquired so much stuff, I've acquired so much success, but this isn't it, this isn't enough. What is it? What am I missing? What you're missing is a spiritual connection. And I feel like it's causing you to act out in ways that it's causing you to say things you don't need to be saying. Some of you, I feel like, honestly, this could be like, if you don't get your shit together, your shadow's going to really supersede. Your shadow's going to push you out of the way. And that's when you end up like blacking out or saying something that you didn't mean to say or going across the line. Like there could be like below the belt. Judgment at the center of the reading. This feels argumentative. This feels combative. This feels confrontational. And so it's like, if you're not going to tell yourself the truth will come at you in maybe an embarrassing way, in a humbling way. And then there's like, then there's this turning point. You know what I mean? And it's just like, you can avoid this. You can avoid this is what and also, we can avoid this by way of addressing this, the Five of Cups, the emotional conflict. I just feel like there are words that have been said that are haunting you, things that you've said that are haunting you. If you're ignoring your intuition in your waking life, it will start to fuck with your sleeping life. And I just feel like it's time to get out of your comfort zone. It's time to have this emotional outpouring. I feel like you're being snappy or rude or something of that nature, or you may be allowing other people to be snappy or rude. There could be just a sadness. Maybe somebody with Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius placements is going in a different direction, or y'all are going in different directions. Or there could just be kind of like a blowout or an argument or a realization about some darkness or some heaviness that you already know. So it's like it's like you're putting your hand to a stove and you've already learned that lesson. And it just feels like, be careful. Be careful with the willful blindness. Be careful ignoring your mental health. Be careful ignoring your gut. Virgos are one of the most slept on intuitives of the fucking zodiac. Y'all be fucking knowing. But it's just like, how often, like, do you trust that gut for yourself and for your personal life? Wheel in the sky keeps on turning. I don't know why that just came in. I just feel like this is a turning point. This is a new season of life that's coming in. If you would allow yourself to be honest about whatever is keeping you up at night, whatever your anxiety, it's time to get to the root. Because the thing about the Nine of Swords, it's like, are all of the heartbreak cards in Tarot are swords cards. And I find that interesting because swords are thoughts, words, legalities, mindset. It's data. Swords are lessons. Which just lets me know there's a whole fuck ton of power and lessons and insight that's available to you in your midnight. If you would just be brave enough to look at it. Would you just look at it? Because a new cycle, a new chapter wants to come in, and the divine needs you spiritually in tune so that you can experience alignment. And so that you won't be out here looking dumb because you haven't built up your fucking intuition and you're now out here following someone else. And Virgo, you are not meant to be a fucking follower. Sorry to get aggressive, but that's what it is. So I feel like Gemini season is coming in swinging hard. I love you, but let's be real. And this plunge is about to be juicy as fuck. Because it's coming in swinging. And your connection to people with Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio placements, I feel like there's going to be a spilling or an outpouring, or there's something going on with like substances or drugs, or also like this could even be like, don't play. This could be like fucking overdose stuff. Like you need to, it's time to tune in, and it's time to be honest, and it's time to understand that there are way too many people that love you for you to not at least just try to reach out to one. If you're having dark feelings, if you're having heavy thoughts, please know that there are so many resources. There's so many people that love you that you may not even be able to be in a place to perceive their love right now, and it's okay. But I just feel like give yourself, give your life, give your love an opportunity. Speak up and allow yourself to try to articulate your feelings and to express yourself, even if it's in writing. But it just feels like, don't give up. I love you. If there's somebody with Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius placements, I just feel like they are focused on themselves as per usual. They are their number one priority. And I just feel like there is a going in different directions that's happening. The Five of Wands, and there's like a turning back. And so I feel like it's time to figure out what you need to focus on emotionally so that you can experience the confidence and the pace that you want to experience in life. If there's somebody with Scorpio or Aries just Scorpio placements, I feel like it's like, just because like the truth that they speak is their truth, it may not be your truth. And so I just feel like some of you have Scorpio friends, and somebody may be like belligerent, or somebody may be just cross the line. I just feel like there just is like something going on with like confrontation in the way that you communicate, the way that you express yourself. I feel like there's an ending of a cycle, and it's time to just be honest about like what isn't working, what you're tired of, what you need a break from, that you need a break in the first place, that maybe you need help. Scared money don't make money, closed mouths don't get fed. I just feel like it's time to stop going against the grain. And it feels, I think Leo got this too, where it's just like, it feels like you're trying to assert your plans versus understanding that the divine has something else in store. So it would be really wise, before you go putting all your time, energy, and money and effort into your plan, that you tune in with the God of your understanding, tune in with your spirit, tune in with just like your higher self. Just like, does this feel like an internal yes, or is this an internal no? And it's time to just like figure that out at minimum, because I feel like forces that are greater than you are at work. And the closer that we get to Cancer season, you're going to really be experiencing a new chapter in regards to prosperity, abundance, luck, fortune. There may be somebody with Sagittarius or Pisces placements coming in, but I just feel like the clouds are getting cleared. It's time to like, it's like time, like blue skies ahead. It's time to start like reaching for the, like for clarity and understanding that you can provide the clarity. Nobody else needs to provide it for you. Virgo, sun, moon, and rising. There is some sort of like a humbling that happens. That's why I'm like, you voluntarily go into the spirit and come back with the codes. You voluntarily go into the spirit and like lay your like spill your heart out. Like it's time to address what hurts, the pain, the disappointment. You creating a reverent space for yourself so that you can let in this new foundation in the realm of your mind, so that this new insight can start coming in, so that you can know where the next move is. Because I feel like once you get in tune with your star player, once you get in tune with your spirit, like the direction is changing. And you're going to waste a whole bunch of time doubting this new direction unless you get still, get quiet, get reverent, get quiet, meditative, and dive deeper into the power of your mind. Because I say it until I'm blue in the face. The mind is the liaison between the spirit and the body. The info comes in through the spirit, and then we have to chew on it in our mind to make it a thought, to make it a word, to process the picture, to, you know, discern what things mean and how we want to express that download or that insight or that feeling. And if your fucking nervous system is frazzled, then you're not processing your feelings or anything from the divine process like properly. Tend to your mind, prioritize your body, prioritize rest, relaxation, and stillness. Think your thoughts fully so you can feel your feelings fully, and we can be fucking done with this chapter. And on to the new one. On to the next one. I'll see you over on Patreon. Patreon.com/justjeverything. Let's get into it. For the full version of the video, go to Patreon.